Football, 200.
Your choice. Do or don't name this play in which the quarterback runs the ball and can choose to pitch it to another back. It's an option play. Ryan?
Football, 400.
I can tell you guys are big football fans.
Yeah.
Tom Landry perfected the shotgun formation with this team. Dallas Cowboys. Do you think we should go to commercial? Ryan?
Take it on to 600.
Okay,
Jeez.
by signaling for one of these, a returner can reel in a kick without fear of getting tackled.
Come on.
Fair catch. 2 clues left, Ryan.
800.
These penalties are simultaneous violations by the offense and defense that cancel each other out. And they are called offsetting penalties. Let's look at the $1,000 clue just for the fun of it. Jimmy?
As Minneapolis's U.S. Bank Stadium prepares to host Super Bowl 52, I'm looking at the Ring of Honor with names from this defensive line that took the Vikings to 4 Super Bowls.
If you guys ring in and get this one, I will die. Who are the Purple People Eaters? We're going to take a break. I have to talk to them.
Trebek's a fucking asshole. Okay, whatever. I don't know any of that.
Old. What does he mean?
For all you football fans that enjoyed laughing at that, I don't know anything that he was asking.
Oh. Hey there, bud.
Thank God. Thank God. I knew he was going to do something. Hi. Congratulations for being here. You've just earned yourself a passage into the Hall of Fame. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cass, just open the show, please.
You let him watch one football game and he fucking goes off the fucking deep end, dude. Like, Jesus. Lord's fucking scores, bro. Whoa. All right, how you doing? Welcome to dkgWELP, the Drunk Kids Gaming Show. I am King Kaz. That's Curly. We are joined this week by our good friend Bryce.
Hi.
Hi. And fucking the Gypsy Jew himself, TheLordNikon.
Hey, what up, bro?
It's
I don't know if I'm
2018.
mad that I
It's
didn't get a nickname or not.
I don't know if you want a nickname along the lines of that. I thought we retired that. I thought that was a thing we kind of left in 2016 at this point. And
yeah, but now it's 2018, dog. It's called, you know what I'm saying? Like Jesus, dog. Bring it back.
Yes, stop it. Got dropped from the Discord.
I think we're offending two peoples that I think Nikon subscribes to neither of.
Very true.
I mean, he's an accountant. I don't really know. I don't know.
Oh my God! What the fuck is going on?
You know, fucking we watch sports, brother, and then you know what I mean? We come back,
damn!
And this is who we are.
Is
Change
this
man.
DK
Change
Chad
men.
Welp podcast? Am I on a Chad's podcast now?
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Oh Lord. Yeah. No. It's episode 91. We're getting there. Episode 100.
Look, at this point, we're so old. You just let it. You go. That's just. You know, they're from a different time.
I'm drinking vodka with Coke that hasn't fully mixed yet.
So I'm gonna explain something to you.
Out of the bottle that Roxy left here.
Normally, those type of bottles are the bottles you carry with you to a gym. Or for a long walk.
It had a spout on it that you could close, and it had like a little tiny I'm just gonna get a sliver of water out so I can go back to my workout, and I had to get rid of that so I could drink faster through it.
Curly was watching people play sports. He has to keep hydrated.
The ice keeps me hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. That's fine. That's all you need. 6 ice cubes per half handle. That's what keeps a man on his feet. Good times.
Good.
The funny thing about that opening video for this week is like you said, you don't know anything. I started that video with like, the fuck? Why are these smart people so dumb? And then they got to like the third question, and I was like,
It turned right. Like I was expecting
I'm
like
surprised you didn't know offsetting, Cass.
I was expecting like okay, the nerd gets, because I've seen that meme going, or not the meme, but the viral video going around, and I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be nerds don't understand football, ha ha ha, nerds. But it turns out to be just another Trebek's asshole. Yeah. Because he's got the fucking answer on the key card, and it's the same way I run the game show here. I act like I'm fucking superior as hell when I don't know answer to any of the questions I ask you guys. I sit back here and I'm like, really? You guys didn't know a Scorsese movie from this time period? Like, oh, you guys are so smart. And I'm like, I didn't know shit. I wouldn't have been buzzing on anything. One of these days, the tides must turn. We gotta do like a dkgWELP Sadie Hawkins where Kaz asks the questions or something. It'll be fun.
There's a whole Tumblr that like watches Jeopardy and like records Alex Trebek being mean to people.
Yeah, it's called YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the website YouTube.
Waka waka.
Sorry.
We don't use YouTube anymore because they support. No, I'm not gonna do it. Never mind. I was gonna do it.
What are you doing?
You gotta continue.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna make a Logan Paul joke.
Hey, I'm not monetized anymore, so I don't care. You can do whatever you want to YouTube. Kicked out the partner program.
It was less that, and I just wanted to see if Bryce was still mad.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know, I saw
Episode
you tweet about it,
91.
and I was like, ooh. Ooh, spicy.
I mean, yeah, YouTube's fucking up. That ain't new. Google fucking up. That ain't new.
What
Is that a hot take? Am I on Hot Take City?
What? I mean, do you want to go into stuff? I mean, I have.
no.
I was gonna say I have opinions of things that I never actually voiced on this channel, but I'm probably not going to articulate them well right now, so I probably shouldn't.
No, I mean, Google is fucking up left and right.
It's
Whatever.
so weird, though. There's no reason why they should, but they are, right? Like, it's so surprising to me.
Well, I mean, it's all, yeah.
I'm
We can go down this road.
Make it a 3-hour podcast, Bryce. Let's start it right here. Let's go.
No.
We're doing it.
Just because you want to be on the list with the Bryce and Nikon.
Curly got a brand new handle for this show. We're all good to go.
I did get a handle for this show, and also afterwards.
Curtis makes a suggestion that would just make me look bad.
Wow,
you want to read it so that the people who are listening can know what that is?
Cat should do all the
91 episodes, huh?
Hashtag forgets it's an audio podcast.
Someone else. You know what? Fuck off. And it's on the screen, you motherfucker. Well, no, hold on. That doesn't help. Shit.
Audio podcast. Check the show notes.
Curtis LaRock in the chat room says Kaz should run all the quizzes this month because Black History Month or something. So you might do something like that.
Like, I had a weird moment as a channel runner for Twitch where, like, I'm always trying to come up with hot takes for fun ideas, and then I was like, oh shit, we got Black History Month coming up. And then I was like, what game?
No.
What? No, yeah, no. It's like, no. Where am I gonna take that?
You're gonna stay in your lane on that one.
Yeah. I was just gonna let it happen. I was like, never mind. We're not. Valentine's Day streams, everybody. Let's do it.
Just stay the course, Curly.
Yeah, the 14 days of Valentine's, and then the 13 days after Valentine's.
Like, what could I even do? Like, just play like fighting games and shit, like Smash Brothers, Dragon Ball.
Curly.
I am not here right now. I need to leave. This is not.
You just wait. Curly, you just play Smash Bros. And then you cut to Kaz and me saying names of donators that are obvious puns.
Well, no, it has to be me and you, and then we'll like name a couple of like random ass things. Oh, was that a fucking up air? Holy shit! Oh my god, that fucking up air, bro. All right, let's read some donations. I jerk a dog. Fucking thank you for your fucking $8.
Coming in from Jenny Talls.
This
fucking.
I mean, I honestly
they got you for oldest breaking the
Just
book.
statistically, I need to leave.
I woke up.
Hosts are falling off left and right.
I woke up thinking we was gonna make it to 100 episodes.
Yo, you can't cancel the show when we fucking pay for it, dude. It's great. It's what real TV should be. I paid my way.
Come on, we're after the watershed. We're fine.
Right, the fucking Philly's on fire, and like this is gonna be the worst thing that happens. The fuck out of here, dog.
It's a good time. The rails never existed, as Sunbun says. All right, so y'all know us, y'all love us. This is a alumni episode. Seriously, Bryce has been on here 35 times. Nikon's a
right.
tried and true treasure. We're gonna jump into news stories at this point. Get back on the track that we once were is on.
Oh shit, where's my dog?
Actually, yeah. Where did you?
Yeah. Hey, Kaz, you have the doc pulled up? We just need to know.
Yeah.
dkgWELP. Let's fill that knowledge hole. With Kaz and Carly's news bag.
Brushwood
Hey,
said way
guess
worse
I'll go.
shit. Okay, let's just. Okay, never mind.
All right. I'm gonna go with Curly's favorite fucking rich motherfucker. Elon Musk. And as you guys know, motherfuckers
Like
building tunnels.
Ayn Rand or something. No.
Oh gosh. I'm not getting on trains.
So-
dude.
He's building tunnels, and he has this company called the Boring Company. Not like boring as in bored, but boring as in holes.
Yeah.
And now they're selling flamethrowers.
I remember seeing this at some point during this week. There was like a cackling, giggling Elon Musk dancing around like he was oh shit, man, Mr. Winter from one of those offshoot fucking animations of like Christmas time, or there was like a I'm Mr. Winter, and he's dancing around like that. I don't know. That's what Elon Musk looked like during this flamethrower ad, holding a flamethrower, and he's like,
That's the
Yeah.
best description ever.
"It's a good time."
It was funny watching Elon Musk's Twitter once the flamethrowers were on sale, because they've sold out by now, but it was a weird thing where they weren't like immediately selling out, because they're like what, $200, $500,
That seems cheap.
$500.
Yeah, I think it's
500.
500.
and you would just see him update every couple of hours with how many thousand people had bought it. I was like, I'm not used to a desperate Elon Musk. You're kind of thirsty. Man,
Yeah,
my dude.
he took his whole building company and went in the room and was like, flamethrowers, can we do that? Yeah. And they were like,
I mean, there's got to be like a paperwork, right? Like, there's got to
But
be
it's funding.
right.
You know,
They were like-
it's
So I don't actually know about anything about the real story. I didn't look any of this up. I just saw that video. Actually, what happened was it was early morning, and correct me if I'm wrong. Originally, he was saying he wasn't going to sell them.
no, he even
From the
joked
get-go?
about it. He even joked about it before because it's a Spaceballs reference. So he joked a long time ago that they should sell flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Just fucking because.
So my first experience of this was an early morning tweet that it was a response tweet to Elon Musk's account from Sky Williams, and it was like the original Elon Musk tweet was, "Guys, don't worry, I'm not selling flamethrowers," and then. Like that was my first experience of the whole knowledge, and I was like, "Oh, I guess that's one thing I don't have to worry about." Like, what? Like, I mean, I guess. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't
Well,
worried about it.
he even had like joke like, "Oh, I'm, I would never want to start, a zombie apocalypse for people to need all these flamethrowers." Bah, bah, bah.
When you have all the money, you can't say those things. Like, you can't be like,
No. Especially when you when you announce things on your Twitter.
Yeah.
When like that's
I
the
also
way that
love
you announce shit.
I love this tweet that's like, apparently some customs agencies are saying they won't allow shipments of a thing called flamethrower. To solve this problem, we are renaming it not a flamethrower.
Cool. What are you gonna
or
mark on
maybe-
that customs form, Elon Musk?
Not a
or maybe
flamethrower.
temperature enhancement device.
Okay.
temperature in it.
all
Well
right.
done.
Honestly-
Well done. Yeah.
Honestly, when I first saw this in the doc, the first thing I thought of was, I wonder if anyone's using one of these in Philly.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's how you start those fires so quick. Like, yeah, I got my Elon Musk branded
Thank
fucking
God Elon
flamethrower.
sold these recently.
There you go. You know, Like, how are we going to set this police car on fire? It's raining. I don't have enough fuel.
I don't have a portable
I have a
temperature device.
flamethrower. What? A flamethrower that you can just use anywhere? Yeah.
Now, have you seen the video of them like actually using these flamethrowers? They don't like they are technically flamethrowers, but they only go out like maybe 1.5 feet of it's not like a fucking Hank Scorpio like fucking Vietnam flamethrower. Like you could use this to start like a campfire.
I mean, the video I saw, it was a thing throwing flames.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. It does throw
It's a
flames.
It's a flamethrower, dog.
I'm trying to bring it up.
I just
but-
don't want people to get the idea that it's like fucking.
Yeah, it's not fucking Rambo fucking lighting a whole village on fire with it, shooting napalm out of the boat, but it definitely is a good foot. Good on you, CNS, BCF, GMHN website. I don't know. I couldn't see who it was before I got mad and closed the tab. So yeah, no. But regardless, though, you fucking you can light things on fire. Okay, I mean, I still call a lighter and hairspray a flamethrower. Okay, like to me, that's it's pretty monstrous, and you can do damage with that. I've lost a whole arm of hair to one of those monstrosities. And,
Never forget.
And a hilarious laughing, giggling friend. But it's still the video I saw, and I don't know if I can find it, but it was just literally Elon Musk dancing around and just coming at the cameraman going, and it was
I think I just saw that video.
Yeah.
good time.
I think we saw that on the Weird Things podcast last week.
But so all in
You know,
all, like down to the fucking real news. What's the point? What's he doing? What's happening? Why?
He's using it to fund his boring company, basically. He's using it
They're
to.
trying to build a giant hole to build a fucking.
They're
rail.
building tunnels under LA.
Yeah, because you need
and-
more of those under LA.
Under, below.
No, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not gonna help, dog.
There we
City's
go.
rethinking.
Let me call Elon. Let me just tell him, hey, yo, my buddy Kaz says nah. So we got the video here. Okay, so she's a little longer than I remember, but yeah, it's
Yeah, enough to panic his cameraman a little bit there.
Yeah, because he's like,
Hank
this motherfucker could set me on fire and just
he's
make my
running
whole
it.
life
He's
disappear. I'm gonna
doing
back
this.
up a little bit.
Because I mean, like the thing is, like like I know that Kaz is probably not going to kill me, but because there's consequence, right? Like Kaz would have consequence. Elon Musk could make that shit go away. So like, he'd be like, shit, another cameraman. Oops.
you'll be fine. Look, let me tell you about thermal lag.
Okay.
It'll literally be the Spaceballs where he's just like, he did it.
It'll complete the circle.
Well
Full circle, baby.
There you go.
To get away from Elon Musk and his crazy banana town lifestyle that he leaves, he's up there with Notch now. Except less racist.
Wow.
So
So far.
You sure about that?
I was hoping this was a Florida man, but it turns out to be a Maryville man. In
Maryville man.
Maryville man
what?
in Tennessee.
Maryville.
Maryville, Tennessee.
Tennessee man.
Yeah,
There's
Tennessee.
two things that come out of Maryville: men and whiskey.
Tennessee
If you
highway.
ain't one of those.
Tennessee Highway Patrol reports on a man. And I'm gonna read you the title afterwards. But his claim was that at some point while he was driving down by himself the 181 north through Sullivan country,
Mhm.
Jesus called to him and told him that don't worry, he got the wheel.
Good.
He was listening too
Oh.
much, and he either may have been tuned in to the Taylor Swift song, or whoever has the one that did that song.
I think he was listening to Pastor Jacobs is who he was listening
I
to.
think it was Taylor Swift and her Jesus Takes My Wheel song.
Is that her? I don't know.
off of her new album Reputation, available now on iTunes.
I can't
way
tell
all
if
day.
you're joking at all.
That's just straight poker face.
It's so terrifying. Yes. That being
So
said,
what
quote
happened?
unquote, Jesus was calling him and advised him to let go of the wheel, is what he reported to the Tennessee Highway Patrol. I will head back to the title of the actual article now. Marysville man flips truck 5 times.
Does he land it?
It turns out pro skater skills kicked in. Yes, no, he let no, he's fine. But
Yeah, is it 5 half flips or 5 full flips?
only 5 times. Yeah. Definitely. As the you know how articles bury the rest of it at the end of it after 7 paragraphs. You get like 4 paragraphs in, and the vehicle was found to have 6 grams of marijuana, 0.6 grams of cocaine, rolling papers, a 3/4 empty bottle of Crown Royale, a small empty bottle of Crown Royale, and several cans for that can only be described as used for huffing, according to the THP.
What I love about that sentence is that it goes from like most unconvincing to incredibly convincing.
You're like goddamn police just trying to blame marijuana for everything, and then they go,
like 6 grams.
You know what? I've done a 1/6 of cocaine and I've been fine under.
That's a trace.
Crown Royale. Shit. Did he drink the whole bottle? Oh no, he has another bottle that was empty.
The 2 empties.
Oh yes.
Is that a bag? Is that a bag?
Oh, he was rocking whippets while he was driving. Oh shit. Okay. Oh Christ. But yeah, that's why you don't listen to no T Swizzle while driving down the 181 on whippets.
The big question I have though is, did he actually do flips or more like kick flips?
So I don't.
So was it front flips or like side flips?
No one was there at the point but him and Jesus. You can have to ask.
But we need to know: are they lateral or are they yaw?
Yeah, we need to know so that Tony Hawk can go beat the record at some point in his car.
The Air Christ. There we go. Air Christ 2, 2018.
And if you had any reason to question him, he after denying the blood draw on the scene, being described as obviously on the influence of drugs, arrested and charged with DUI, first offense, felony possession of Scheduled 2 for resale, possession of Scheduled 4/6 item, possession of paraphernalia, open container, no driver's license in possession, failure to exercise due care, no registration for car in possession, violation of implied consent, and no insurance in possession.
Good.
So smattering.
Violation of implied consent.
I don't know what that's one about.
He didn't get
Yo,
consent.
they're making shit up now. I don't even. What the fuck?
They're throwing the whole book at. They're writing a new book to throw at this dude.
He didn't get consent from the barrier he hit.
Not to mention when they found him, he ran from the scene carrying the jar of Crown Royale and speaking in gibberish, quote unquote.
You dumbass, you tossed
Speaking
it.
in tongues, isn't it?
Well, you gotta leave
Shithead.
before the cops show up. Like he was probably sitting there trying to be like, I'm gonna get back in this car, and then he was like, oh shit, they gonna take my crown.
Bro, that's
Chimera's
that's a bottle of Crown Royal, dog.
If you reject to do a alcohol test, that's the implied consent.
That's bullshit. It's
Yeah.
unconstitutional. What I'm saying
Hold
is,
on, who-
homeboy wasn't registered to the car, didn't have a license, and didn't have a driver's. He could have left that vehicle and no one would have found his ass. He didn't have any ties to that vehicle whatsoever. Fucking leave it. Bye. Live in the forest.
You gotta understand, right? Like, yes, if it's good liquor, you hold on to it and you run. For some people, Crown Royal is good liquor.
Crown Royal's not bad. It's expensive. I would take it.
Do I still have my Crown Royal bag somewhere?
I've told this. I think I've told the story here before, but there was one time that I ate a much too powerful Jolly Rancher edible. So the intent of the day was to hang out at my friend Sarah's house, like in the daytime, and watch a bunch of Doctor Who, and catch up because she was catching up and I had already seen it. And so we went into the event at like noon, and we were like, okay, we're gonna drink a bunch. So I brought over like my good liquor. I had like Maker's Mark with me.
So you're mixing edibles and alcohol.
Well, I was just gonna sip the liquor while we were gonna have. She had gotten a Jolly Rancher this big, and I'd taken edibles before in my life over the course of whatever. And especially, I
say that into the microphone again, please.
I went to Amsterdam. I had edibles there, whatever. But that being said, I had brownies and shit. Then I was like, fucking Jolly Rancher's not gonna do shit. That thing floored me, and I was like, blah. And we stood there, and we an episode finished, and we sat there staring at the TV for I want to say an hour before anyone moved. And then at some point,
couch lock.
At some point, she was like, "I can't handle reality. I'm gonna go lay down." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna leave because it's only 3 PM, and I don't want to waste my day." But I couldn't. I knew I couldn't drive, so my house was a mile and a half away, and I And I was like, well, I don't want to go home without my liquor that I bought because then I want to go buy liquor. So I just walked in the street in the middle of the day with a handle of half-drank Maker's Mark and just walked myself home. Like, I was like, good liquor, you don't leave it. I'm just saying, you don't leave good liquor.
Could have gone back for it.
When? I didn't know when this shit was going to wear off. I thought it was all reality forever now. I was stuck in the haze.
You're a fucking idiot.
I mean, he's high. Like, you know, it happens.
I was very.
You don't think that's gonna be reality for all time when you're high, Kaz?
You don't get high like I do. Okay.
I don't know, dude.
It's forever time. It's forever. This is it. This is reality forever now. But yeah.
This is forever reality.
Did you make it back? Was it an eventful walk back?
As Curtis aptly points out, I'm a white guy. I made it home fine.
Very true.
Yeah. No one stopped me. No one said a damn thing.
Look at that gentleman over there. Is he walking with a limp?
You're all supposed to be very proud that I didn't drive home under the influence. Okay, come on.
Little battles. All right, I'm gonna keep this moving. So, I don't have a problem with this one, but I thought it'd be a good jumping off point. So, Best Buy will later on in this part of the year stop selling CDs. They will no longer sell you compact disc, and other retailers are talking about doing the same. Where they will no longer carry CDs because you know. Spotify, I guess. I don't know, dude. But I don't have a problem with that shit.
Because fuck physical media, right?
I mean, I could buy it online. Like, it's one of those little things in bigger stores that, like, at this point, meh. Like, I've never been in a fucking Best Buy and I'm like, oh, shit, that new Taylor Swift album is out.
Right. Like, at least here in America, we are drowning in options to both buy and stream music digitally. There's it used to be a thing, right, where like, oh, is this album gonna come out digitally? Like, that would be the question. And now the question is it gonna come out on CD? Because why else? Why would you know? No one has a CD player anymore. No one's...
Here's my thing, right? One, in America, RCDs are boring as fuck, right? They come in the little square fucking jewel case.
You're listening to boring people's music, man.
Yeah, like what do you want
CDs
out of a
in
CD?
currently?
CDs that I've bought, usually the last time I bought a CD, and I'll just reference Radiohead.
How long, currently?
Okay, it may have been a while, but I'm just saying that like some artists, actually, you know what? Fuck you, straight up and down. Recently, Kaz is dead. Recently released Tim Kosher album called Gemini. Came out, I think, 2015, 16, and its art book that came with it was the entire lyrics of the album, but written in the format of a play, so that you could listen to the songs, and at first glance you'd think that all the songs were actually just songs, but when you read it, you realize that he's telling it play, because it's got stage directions in the booklet and artwork that came with it. And there was like shit like that. It was like, this is why you buy it physically, because when you buy it digitally, he also just sends you the PDF, like, because you kind of have to have it as a companion media.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like that's how like fucking a lot of fucking K-pop CDs come. It's like that. And then
there's art, and there's something that's cherished, right? Like,
how do you open this?
Sure, I mean,
and then you got like, pictures to jerk off to. Oh God,
your condom fell out.
When your dick fell on the ground, you drop your dick.
Fucking
like,
really?
Your Tenga egg,
right?
egg insert fell out.
Well, and that's why like vinyl releases are like coming back, just in terms of sales, is because people want very large format versions of the art. Yes, we see your visual bit, Kaz.
It's not for you. God damn.
yeah. There are people who want that visual element, but I think that is more of like the exception to the rule, right?
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
No one cares what the inside of the booklet for Taylor Swift's album looks like. No one cares what the booklet looks like for fucking Maroon 5's new CD.
'Cause
You know?
it's trash art. Yeah.
But those are the albums that people are
Yeah.
that are popular.
I would love to see it if it was like if there was a model that's very much like what Steam does with the DLC for a lot of soundtracks, where it's like you could get just the bare metals baseline version of this content, which is the music for this situation. But if you want like $2 extra, you get the artwork content package or whatever, which might be like the interesting.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of bands doing that.
Yeah.
Even through iTunes, you are able to get like
deluxe versions and stuff like
yeah,
that.
extra goodies and stuff.
To explain where I am in this world is that I do have a CD player in my car, and it's
Sure.
not fancy. It has no, if you can believe it, I'm pretty. It's either defective or it doesn't have any buffer for skip protection. like
Oh,
it's like you ever shake a CD player when it's playing a song?
and it'll skip, yeah.
So you know what a car does while it's driving? It
Well,
fucking
cars,
shakes.
I believe that cars do shake that a lot.
So I haven't been able to play a single CD that I've bought with the intention for my car because
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
wanna
we're
listen
going on
to
a
a
road
CD
trip.
in Curly's
I'm bringing
car, dude.
CDs. I bought a little fucking CD case. I put a bunch. I have Lit in there. I have fucking Blink-182. I got fucking all my cursive shit. I got a whole bunch of CDs. But you put them in there just when Roxy and Gabby were out here, and I was like, yo, perfect time to listen to some tunes in the car. Like, let's throw them in there since my Google Pixel doesn't have a fucking headphone jack. I might as well do it this way. And I forgot that I can't get past track 1 without the audio going. Tap, 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 tap,
Oh, Jesus. You need to get your shocks checked out.
No,
You know what I want?
the motor
in-
mounts on my engine
in-
are all broken. All 4 of them.
Now,
So
to listen to music, you just gotta park like the old.
Yes.
even then, if you
You
breathe
can
too
only listen
heavily,
at red lights.
if you breathe too quickly, like everyone sit still. I want to hear this riff.
I feel like what I want at this day and age, right? You should be able to like point your dumbass phone at the album, and then you could like you get an AR performance, or if you're one of those idiots who owns like VR and shit, you could like, oh man, they'll perform for you right in front of you in your fucking VR headset, you know, like.
Yeah, I just want to call Char out on the Android audio that's not installed on my '99 Nissan Sentra.
I know,
Okay.
he's calling you out for not having Android Auto. We're talking about your CD player, dude.
Oh, you don't have an Android Auto? You fucking.
Where do you upgrade the
Oh.
firmware to this stereo system here? Yeah, honey, it's all copper and it's not happening.
Oh, does your lights in your house not turn up on a weak word? Does it not start your car for you in the morning? You idiot!
Oh,
you
you're
fucking
using switches?
whore.
Whatever, you
So the
funky animal.
the joke that I remembered when Gabby and Roxy were here is that because they were talking about my PO box, which we had drove past it. I was like, oh, that just for fun fact, like as we're driving through San Diego, that's the place I get all my PO box shit from. It's that mail place there, and then I remembered and I was like, fun fact, because Gabby was playing music through my disc drive to analog 3 1/4 or 3.5 inch millimeter jack, and I was like, so. When I originally opened the PO box, I kind of made a joke that I was like, hey, anyone that wants to send me anything, like send me anything. I'll take your garbage, your trash, whatever. Just send me anything. I would love to get mail from friends and from people that are fans. And Mech, thinking he was super funny, literally sent me a box full of garbage. Like it was just old processors and RAM and rubber bands and spiders and just bullshit and old tape and Band-Aids. But in it was a cassette deck to 3.5 inch millimeter audio jack. And I was like, joke's on you, Mech. I can actually use that. And I still use it to this day.
That was the real gift. He just gave it to you in garbage wrapping.
It was actually garbage, though, at the time. But it just happens to be I drive an old enough vehicle for it. So
I actually still do want to send you this snare drum.
I'll take your snare
At some
drum.
point.
I'll be over here. I'll mic it, too. I'll just be like, great.
What else do we need to take out of retail stores? Like if you're the guy, right? If you're the Best Buy guy, and they're like, all right, you know, we're fucking sinking ship here. We're losing a lot of fucking shit to Amazon and eBay and all them fucking Abu Dhabi and all that fucking shit. Like, you know, we gotta take shit out, put new shit in. Like
Cameras. I think cameras will probably be next.
They
They all have
purposely.
little camera sections that no one is is Manning, and
So
the only thing that, like, other than GoPros, no one's going to go into a Best Buy to buy a DSLR.
there's a small
You know what I
standpoint
think?
though for people that just like, and I think the same thing for everything that's technology, laptops and stuff like that, because no one is going to go to the Best Buy and buy it. But I tell people constantly when they're in the market for a new laptop or even a camera, I'm thinking now, go there and get your hands on one and see if you like it, and then go buy it on Slick Deals when it comes up for sale. Like,
But that's still okay. But
maybe
while
not
that's
cameras,
a good
but
useful
We're
consumer
talking
thing,
about
it's probably
you
not good for
being
Best
the
Buy.
Best Buy guy, right? Like, yeah.
so for me, I think the things that need to be taken out of any electronic store.
Say you only keep the hottest, newest when it comes to cameras, because that's all people ever know about and care about. Like you only keep like the fucking Sony mirrorless A7R fucking Hooba Juba, fucking Jesus camera, because somebody will come in and be like, oh man, my favorite YouTuber uses that, I'll buy it, like, and lenses, because lenses are one of those things for cameras that like you could always like, you're like, fuck, I need a new lens right now.
Printers need to die. Printers need. I'm so tired of everyone thinking they need to own a fucking HP LaserJet. I don't print. I don't think anyone needs to print. I mean,
You don't?
I would disagree.
what do you print? Really though, what do you print? I mean,
My
print all
resumes
the
when I go
time.
out for
I
a
print
job,
out-
I have to bring 4 copies to every job interview I go on.
I print releases for our video shit. I print out for my tax shit.
where do you print out text to bring to where? I give it to anyone in
To
PDF
go to
format.
my guy.
PDF. I guarantee your guy would rather have it digitally.
Well,
Gotcha.
I'm
there.
not gonna forward him
And God
all
forbid,
of my fucking
if,
Hulu
if,
receipts.
if someone I was interviewing for a tech job emailed me a PDF of their fucking resume, I would be instantly hiring them. I'd be like, yes, please, this guy.
But you can't walk into an interview and not have a paper copy.
Yeah.
If someone's like, "Oh, can I
Like,
also see
I
your
email
thing?"
them
Well,
a
you need
doc
to be on the
file
screen.
and a PDF file, and then I also bring 4 copies.
6 years ago, I sent my email with my resume, and that's how I got hired.
Good for you.
I know,
Yeah,
no, I'm not,
hey.
again, I'm trying to be convinced. I'm not actually like getting
Yeah,
on
I
your,
mean,
I don't want
like,
to try to
but-
shit on you.
Applying for a job is always about like going the extra mile. So even if you do go,
I just hate printers, man. They're just so bulky and shitty. I'm mad at them.
Jesus.
That is such a weird line to draw in the sand.
I feel
Fuck
like at 2018 we should just have a thin, like it would look like a vacuum sealer, and it just should print stuff out when you need it, and just low, like there's no reason to have a giant fucking thing on your desk somewhere.
Do you not know how big printers are nowadays, Doug? They've gotten smaller.
Get a little printer.
I don't know. You don't need them. Get rid of
They've
them.
gotten
Get
smaller.
rid of them. I was sticking
You
to
don't need
it.
the 5-in-1 fucking fat.
Every person I go to,
thing.
every fucking client I go to, it's like, I know that you were just out here, but like also my printer doesn't work, and I'm like, why do you have a 12 color toner laser printer in your house, 85-year-old grandma? Like, why is this here? I don't know. It was a sale at Costco.
She needs to
like-
print out fucking recipes for when she's gone, so people can make Granny's fucking baked ass bakes.
And she's sitting there on her
I
phone,
couldn't
like,
think of
I got all the directions on my phone. I want to get them printed out so that I can have them when I'm driving. Like, no,
what kids-
like,
you
you
know what
have it.
kids can't
It's
do
already in your
nowadays?
phone.
Give fucking Pet Vet a map. I bet you that motherfucker can't read a map. You know what? That's on paper. You know what happened with that paper? Somebody printed that paper.
Let's not get derogatory here. Hold on. I'm sure Pet Vet can read a map.
Let's. I think we should have. What we have a new show called "What Do You Think Pet Vet Can Do?"
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so glad Pet Vet's not here right now. Christ. Okay.
You got another one? Because I got one more.
I do. I just was making sure we were gonna get a hot beat away from that. This one's just this is a story I read, and I think they're trying to frame it in a way that it's kind of funny, like, oh, guy loses his temper, whatever. But in my opinion, it's a story that I want to know more about. There's a Georgia man who shit must have happened to him that day. I gotta say, because the way that the story phrases it in the Telegraph of Macon County, is Georgia man goes in the Waffle House and screams, "I'll go to jail over some goddamn barbecue sauce," and then does.
I was gonna say that probably happens regularly.
There are one,
Waffle
two,
House.
three, 4 sentences here.
I live in Texas. People say that every day. They walk into Rudy's. I'll go to jail over some barbecue sauce. And then they say, well, good. We have some right here. We have a fountain of it.
There's only 4 sentences in this story, and this guy apparently walks into a Waffle House at some point in the morning, sits down and orders food, and then asks for barbecue sauce. Of to which the lady at the counter informs him they do not carry barbecue sauce.
Oh, it's a Waffle House. They don't have barbecue sauce, you idiot.
He
Fucking
proceeds to
moron.
lose his damn
You should
mind
go to
over
jail.
it.
That guy should go to jail.
Begins screaming obscenities and insulting everyone around. I'm just like, I want. So again, that's the story. That's the whole story. I read this and I was like, man, you know that guy had a bad day before this whole Waffle House thing happened. Like, you don't just go into a Waffle House and immediately go from 0 to 100. He was just like, you know what? If I can just get a fucking waffle and some hot sauce, I'll be good to go. And fucking these guys are like, sorry, we don't have a waffle. Motherfucking goddamn it.
I mean, there are some people in the world that I think could go 0 to 100 because the place doesn't have barbecue sauce.
I mean,
I'm gonna be completely honest on that one.
a panda did get accosted at a Whataburger, so you know, who knows what happened.
But it's like, it's not even like a universal extra condiment, right? Like, I could understand being incredulous that a Waffle House wouldn't have like a certain hot sauce, but Waffle House isn't going to have a barbecue sauce. What do they make that you would have barbecue sauce? What barbecue sauce are you going to get at Waffle House? Am I alone on this?
I went to a Panda
Sauce on your
Express.
chicken, right?
I went to Panda Express and they didn't have
Chicken
chow
waffle?
mein. And they said it was going to be 5 minutes, and I walked out. I was like, "We're done here. This is over.
Wow.
You're a bad Panda Express. You failed the test."
It's just, there's something going on with Waffle House lately, because there was a thing a few weeks ago about the guy who like goes into a Waffle House and the one employee there is asleep, so he just makes and pays for his own meal and then leaves.
That seems
Like-
legit though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Right?
Those stories remind me of like just good human beings exist. Like, I don't know if I brought it up on this on this channel before, but like there was a story I had read way before dkgWELP, but it was one of the early Fresh and Easies when they had Fresh and Easies around. I don't know if they've all been closed, but they're all mostly out of San Diego. But they have a self checkout area, a strong like 6-person self checkout area, and I guess something, and quote me if I'm wrong. Don't quote me because you don't know the story. It might be wrong here, but somehow, basically, the place opened and wasn't locked, so the only security things opened the main stuff when the store was supposed to be open, even though there wasn't. They don't unlock it, but the person who previously didn't close didn't lock it. So basically, what happened is the store opened itself, and unfortunately, the person who was supposed to be the opening manager never showed up because of something happened in his life. And the store was open for 4 hours before anyone showed up, any employee. And no one stole anything. People came in, saw no employees at the registers, and just self-checked out and paid for their own groceries and left, and no one even noticed because no one thought, like, everyone just figured that it was the store was open or whatever. And it was like, that's kind of cool, I think. Like, that's I mean, maybe that's because everyone fears that the cameras are watching at all times or whatever, but
Yeah.
I was like, go humanity for a moment there. Like, don't.
There was an article on the Atlantic over this past week or so about self checkout and like all the ways people stole from self checkout. One of the quotes here was like, anyone who pays for more than half of their stuff in self checkout is a total moron. Like, are y'all stealing
You're
from
just a
self checkout?
douche.
No, like I go.
Yeah, like
I want to pay for my own groceries. Like yeah, no, I get, because you know, I mean, if anyone's ever gone through self checkout, there are times where you're just like, no, yes, I'm trying to, no, stop trying to tell me I'm done. Like, there's all this stuff in here you haven't clicked on. Like, God damn it. Like,
Yeah. Like if you prepared for self-checkout, you could game it real easy.
But the way you phrase that article that you just said or whatever you read, is basically like, yo, you know, you can get away with killing at least one person a year and no one would notice. Like, you know, like you could, or you don't. You know, like.
Well, apparently, let's see, for in a study of 2015, found that after looking at 1 million self-checkout transactions in a year, which is $21 million in sales, $850,000 worth of goods were stolen in 1 year. Like, that's
I mean, that's not that bad.
That's not that bad, but that's enough where, like, there are pockets of people who are like real into like the shoplifting cliques on Tumblr, right? Like there's a group of people who do it or who are doing it intentionally, and that seems wild because you already can't get those things to work regularly.
Well, it's weird. It's weird. Is I have that thought when I look at I remember someone brought it up to me when I was outside of like a Home Depot, and you know how they like some stores and then Home Depot specifically have a bunch of merchandise out in the street area, and like someone once mentioned to me like why isn't anyone just taking those? And it's like, well, because not everyone's a fucking twat. Like you don't want to like.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. And the thing is, I think the stores, you know how much you lose. You have a loss, spreadsheet, and you just notice that more people buy it when it's out there versus the amount that you lose when people steal it. So it's still worth it to do it. Same with self-checkout. I'm sure the amount of money that you lose from self-checkout is beneficial to the amount of people that are like so happy that they get through quicker when they do their own thing.
And that you don't have to pay someone to check all that out as well.
Exactly, right.
Well, and like the last thing here from this article, in 2012, the Dallas Police Department put out a new policy. They would not routinely respond to shoplifting calls for amounts less than $50. And then in 2015, they rose that up to $100. You would have to steal $101 worth of groceries and be caught at a supermarket in Dallas for the police to be called to even respond, to choose to respond to it.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember that from my Fry's Electronics days. Is that they would there was a lot of videos that they would show for training of people robbing stuff, but the people would ask the questions like, why don't you get him there? He's obviously got that thing in his pocket at this point. And they were like, oh, well, we can't prosecute unless he takes more. So we might as well just wait until he thinks he's getting away with it and then putting it all in his person and then leaving the store. They wait to grab you. So they like, while you're in the store thinking that you're robbing and getting away with everything and then going through checkout and getting away with everything.
They're just watching.
They just wait until you leave the premise and then they got everyone in the parking lot to like mob you at that point. And you're like, yeah, that's how they do it. It's like,
yeah, I've heard stories of like, you know, if you lose line of sight with someone you suspect of stealing stuff, it doesn't count.
It's not that it doesn't count. It's that you can't be sure it's on them. So the lawsuit that would be possible if you accuse someone of stealing, because there are people that and this is again all my training from Fry's. They were very adamant about this because they run retail heavily. Is that there are so many people that are professionals at stealing products on camera and then hiding it back on shelves off camera, then getting accused of stealing or arrested or putting up a fight and then getting accosted, or maybe someone acts too far and then suing the company, and that money isn't worth just letting them have the $10 printer cartridge or the $100 printer cartridge. My bad, sorry. If they had potentially,
I know we don't like
taken
printers here, but we don't need to give them that much leeway.
But yeah, if at any point in time they leave camera site or our actual personnel site, it's kind of as a wash. Start over with your account and your thought. You need to ask if they need help with checking out. Yeah, exactly, right. Oh, it's good times. Yeah, so that's fun. I think this is what all these stories came up in lieu of in news of the whole Amazon store, right? Like the whole Amazon auto checkout store and shit.
Amazon Go.
Oh, I don't know which story I want to cover. God, they're all terrible.
Always a good start going.
Here,
and you're just
let
like,
me-
No. I'm just gonna go
one.
French woman. Goddamn medicine scary. 48-year-old woman was having a procedure done where she went to a clinic in southern France, in Marseille, an endometrial ablation. Basically, it's a less invasive way to stop, I guess, problematic periods than a hysterectomy. She was having issues with her biology down there, and the hysterectomy was normally what they do, but instead they did this thing, which was less intrusive and supposed to be okay. It's supposed to be less painful to get over and all that stuff. So she had it done by professionals, and then in a month after that, she started having abdominal pains, excruciating abdominal pains. Went back to the hospital and was like, "Hey, this is happening." The doctor told her to basically suck it up and gave her some pain meds without doing any kind of tests whatsoever. He said, she said, "I had the feeling that someone was stabbing me with a knife in the belly, and I thought it might be linked to the operation I had. I naturally talked about it with nurses and the surgeon, and he told me that I was a lightweight, and he prescribed me painkillers without conducting any extra examinations. She went home, but the pain continued. After 3 days of atrocious pain in the lower stomach, she started having what she considered strong contractions, and as the article title says, French woman gives birth, quote unquote, to a rubber glove and 5 compresses that the surgeon left in her womb."
These lazy French, they need to get it together.
That's
You
not a
can't-
matter of medicine. being scary.
Healthcare.
That's doctors being fucking dumb.
They needed to get their smoke and their wine in, and they couldn't close her up properly. Oh my god.
The
You
contraction,
stupid woman, you don't understand. I know my medicine, you don't know medicine. Here, take this and you leave me alone.
having an extremely
That was my
strong
terrible
contractions and
French accent.
finally
There you go.
expelled glove and 5 compresses. The contractions and the expellation lasted 4 hours and left her in a pool of blood, quote unquote. She realized then at this point that the cause of her misery must have been directly related to the clinic and the surgeon that she dealt with. So she then went back to them with a flippant reaction, and he responded with, "If you're not happy, go ahead and contact my insurance company. I'm very well insured."
I mean,
And you're also gonna lose your license.
you're gonna lose your fucking. You left.
I mean,
the
you're,
fuck
you're
is wrong,
thinking of
President?
no. Hold on, right here's the thing, man. Y'all thinking
Those
about
things are
American
big and
medicine.
metal.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
French
We don't. I
American.
don't know anything about French law, but in America, you would 100% lose your license.
What an asshole! Holy shit!
Holy balls. Right. Hey, what's up, Emily?
I would.
I was just gonna let it sit for a while. I mean,
If something happens, you legit just sue them for malpractice.
you see something, say something. That's all I'm just saying. Like, you're expelling blood. All right, friends. That just
Blood in, blood out, dog. You know what I mean?
She
We
couldn't.
out here.
I have another doctor story I'll attach us to, and this is my this is my worst fear. Not really, but it's a thing I always joke about because I haven't gone to the doctors in a long time, upwards of 12 years at this point. Just throwing it out there. So there's this article that came out on February 1st of this month, from Newsweek. New York man.
New York man.
Looking for his 51-year-old New York man wins the lotto, right?
No, I saw
fuck
this.
yeah,
This
huh?
is awful.
Wins a 100 or not 100
all right,
$1
right.
million
$1
lotto,
million.
right? Just
I
his
know.
dreams, right? Working hard his whole life, has no plans for retirement. He's a 51-year-old man, and he's like, sweet, I'm taken care of. It's gonna be good.
Beautiful.
As he's making plans he's booking vacations. He's gonna buy himself a new truck. He's a self-employed carpenter. His family and friends and clients love him, and everyone's so happy for him that he now has the money to take care of himself. He's going to go on this vacation. Everyone suggests, hey, David, you should go to the doctors and just make sure you're good. He goes to the doctors. They immediately find out he has stage 4 cancer in his lung and brain, and he dies at the hospital within a week.
It's Awful. It's so awful.
This is why I don't go to the doctors. I'd rather not die in the hospital.
But no, early detection. What?
I'm so fucking fucked up here. Like,
Yeah, that could have been found 12 years ago, Curly.
it's too late for me. Let me just enjoy every day.
That's oh god.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, the doctors had a friend come in and tell him that he's
lesson.
very
The
sick.
chat just spamming. Wrong lesson
lesson.
to take
Wrong
away from
lesson,
that,
wrong
Curly.
I know. Look, I'm fine. I'm feeling fine. I don't want to go find out I've been having stage 4.
At least he didn't give birth to the cancer before he died.
Oh,
You don't know that.
Oh, you women, your bodies are so scary. Oh God.
Shits out a tumor.
Like,
I'm
what
just
the
saying.
fuck, Cat?
You guys got
Because
so many...
we're pretty sure that didn't happen, actually. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna clap back on you. I don't think that's really what happened, actually.
no. My mind palace.
The funny thing is the comments are all filled with people like me that are like, this happened to my grandma, man. She was doing just fine. Went to the doctors because her hand was tingling. Next thing you know, had a coma, died at the hospital. And it's like, fucking doctors, man. They fuck you up. You're like, yeah. Yeah.
Stage 4 cancer is very late. That can be.
He probably tripped on the wrong needle. They gave him stage 4 when they were checking his blood. It happened.
That's not how that works.
That's not it at all. This podcast, I swear to God. Oh,
Bro,
everybody,
I'm still back here on shit with a tumor, dog.
Listen. Bryce has words he needs to tell everyone. All right, Bryce, school the kids here, so I'm not liable. Tell them to go to their doctors, please.
Go see a doctor.
Right.
Early detection.
Do these, check your titties. You can't see the other thing I'm doing, but check your balls. You know what I'm saying? That's 1 and 2. That's the ones you could do yourself.
My balls have always been misshapen, though.
No, it's not. It's about abnormalities. It's about
You know what I'm saying?
lumps.
Or your boy got you. You know what I'm saying? I'll check your titties. I'll check your balls. You know what I mean? Just to make sure. Be like, that.
Are we opening up a DKG
just-
clinic? Are we opening up the
That don't feel
DKG
right.
cast?
That don't feel right.
If you're near
Like
Baltimore,
this side is
Cats
bad.
check your prostate for you, too, if you need.
I'm just saying he could have been on a fucking jet ski, and then that's when it would have kicked in, and he would have been fucking on a jet ski, and no one sat on a jet ski.
And they never would have found his body.
But he would have gone out on a jet ski.
Torpedo going out to sea. That's awful.
But his mouth would have been like this.
The more fucked up version of the story is the fucking New York Post version of this story is fucking man's fucking brain explodes from tumor on airplane. Like, and you could have been the guy next to him, like, oh, where are you going? Yeah, I'm going to Florida. Oh, really? Yeah, I won the lottery, taking my whole family. Everyone on this plane is related to me except for you. And then he's like, and you're like,
He's not a skipping CD.
This has anything to do with him winning the lottery. These are entirely separate points.
The point being, everybody, don't go to the doctors.
Curly,
Play the
what if he
lotto.
was a pilot? What if he was a pilot of a plane and he is flying? And
If
he
you're a
fucking
pilot,
died
never go to the doctor.
Yes.
He's ever on the plane.
Never.
where I'm agreeing with you in my version of the story. I'm agreeing with you. If he never goes to the doctor and gets that checked out and dies,
He
at the hospital,
never would have gotten stage 4.
and died next to fucking Susan. You know what I mean? And Susan's like, John, I can't believe it. You're flying the whole fucking family to Papua New Guinea. I don't know why they're going to fuck ass Papua New Guinea, but that's the place that popped in my head. And then he
Strong
fucking spat
destination.
out next to her, drops his gin and tonic on her lap, and she's like, what the fuck, John? And she's like, oh my God, you know, and then they're like, oh, we got to turn this fucking plane around because fucking John's having a brain aneurysm. And then they're like, he had stage 4 cancer the whole time.
You're extruding the incidental part of the story. That part doesn't change what you do after you win the lot.
So you don't spill your gin and tonic on Susan's goddamn lap while you're on a plane to Papua New Guinea.
He probably shouldn't have booked to Papua New Guinea. That's probably where the hospital issues had come in. He would have been fine if he didn't go to Papua New Guinea. Ain't no
Cabo,
what is
wherever.
in Papua New Guinea. I'll get to writing that will. Don't worry.
Probably bananas in Papua New Guinea.
Now that I got all this extra money, I can finally get health insurance.
Use that to go
Did you
get
just
tested.
say there's probably bananas in Papua New Guinea?
Probably, dude. I don't. Let's look. What is their main?
What's
product?
their main outport? All right. My final story is
Fucking bananas.
I'm closing that one. I'm not doing that one. My final story is about our favorite crazy drug lord of all time, El Chapo. Joaquin Guzman. So people who may not know who he is, he's a drug cartel leader / fucking monster from down south of the border. Known for digging his way out of prison like a Minecraft fucking story. And also just being crazy as fuck. I think he got extradited to the U.S. at some point, and we haven't heard from him in a while. But he's been going through a back and forth with lawyers on his side and the other side. Right now, the current concern and issue with him, according to WGN, Chicago's very own TV, his lawyers have filed for a motion to get the jurors that are on his case to be not kept anonymous. He wants their names. The lawyer's making a point that it would be beneficial that if it wasn't an anonymous jury.
What are his points?
His points are that El Chapo has promised not to kill anyone.
What? No, they all died of heart attacks. Chapo didn't kill him, dude.
Literally the opening line. The
just
drug
all
cartel.
of a sudden, all of a sudden, they all had stage 4 cancer.
Dude, they all went on jet skis and died of heart attacks and were never seen again.
The drug cartel boss. This is the opening line of the article from New York. The drug boss known as El Chapo promises that he won't have any jurors from his upcoming federal trial killed. So just let us know who they are. It's going to be fine. They won't. It'll be fine. Sentence 5 in this article does mention that Guzman is already dealing with a different trial where he's a suspect of a witness that was killed in a trial that was previously brought to trial.
Okay, that's the thing, is that he's done it before. He's already done
Suspected
it the one time.
allegedly.
But to be fair,
Allegedly.
before, did he say he wouldn't kill them that last time?
He never promised last time.
See,
El
a
Chapo's
person
word.
is only as good as their word, Bryce.
The judge has yet to
You're
rule.
defined by your actions.
Alleged actions.
This is the episode of Wrong Lessons. Do the opposite of everything you've heard here tonight, people.
Oh, El Chapo, I love you. You keep bringing the gold.
Well, no, because the last one we gave a good lesson about consistently go to your doctor, or
Everyone except
have your
Curly
favorite
said go to-
podcaster check your balls.
Like, you just leave him in Mexico because he promises not dig out again. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like,
Yo, fucking. Speaking of, I'm gonna wrap this all the way back around, right? Fucking Elon Musk needs to hire El Chapo because that motherfucker knows about digging holes underground, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? He paying all these fucking MIT white kids to fucking figure out how to dig a hole. Fucking hire El Chapo, motherfucker will have it done tomorrow, dog. Like,
Yeah,
LA,
that's
San
a good use
Francisco?
of El Chapo's time
Done.
and influence.
I don't think Chapo's an American citizen. I don't think you can.
He's also not. He's a Mexican national, I believe.
But he is the greatest motherfucker about digging holes. He's just
I'm
be like,
just-
he'll be like,
so hold
"Look,
on,
we're trying
Kaz,
to figure out how to do this."
Kaz, can we just stop that?
Done.
Kaz is literally suggesting that our most wealthy company in America hire illegal Mexicans to dig holes for their company. He literally, that's literally what you I mean, literally what you just said.
Time to oversee the construction.
That is legitimately gonna be the plot of Holes 2.
I can't. I'm.
They'll get Shia LaBeouf back for it. Shia LaBeouf can be Elon Musk.
Shia
LaBeouf's
Guzman.
gonna play Elon Musk. It'll be fine.
Oh Christ. There are so many problems with this whole discussion right now.
This hole.
This whole.
Holes 2, Los Holes.
Nothing's off the table now. The limiter has been ripped off.
God.
I don't even know what side of the argument we're falling on here at this point.
I'm just saying, there's a guy who wants a hole. There's a guy who's good at holes. That's all I'm saying, dog. I'm just solving problems. The problems that come from those problems that I solved, I don't have anything to do with.
The role of El Chapo, played by Shia LaBeouf.
Just works out. Go to Craigslist. It'll work out.
Sunman has it. Holes 2, horizontal holes.
There's that whole scene in Holes 2 where Shia LaBeouf promises not to kill any jerks. Oh Christ! I'm waiting to see if Trump pardons us. At this point. Yeah, well done. So, there's two ways this podcast.
I got a last one. I got one more. Yeah, this one. All right. So, who here has been to a Goodwill? All right. So Goodwill is a place.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
raise your
Like
hand,
how
you piece of
Charlie's
shit.
the only one who raises his
There's
hand.
one right over there, like literally, like one straight north.
We're all
Goodwill
like,
is a place
nah, I'm not been to Goodwill. Charlie's like, yeah.
anyone
Why
that
does
donate.
that assume? Of course, I've been to a Goodwill.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goodwill is like the most random shit box ever, right? Because people donate all kind of shit. You can go on there, you can buy what the fuck ever, right? There's no like limitation. So this
It's like TJ Maxx if someone worked there. There you go.
Okay.
Because TJ
Yeah,
Maxx is just a mess.
I-
Did you
I
ever go in
agree.
there? It's a mess.
it's a fucking it's
Does
a
anybody
shithole.
work here?
So this Goodwill in Florida found a grenade launcher,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
With a grenade in it.
Oh. You would think they would take those out.
no. So you'd think that they'd wash clothes before they bring them in too, but they don't actually
They
do any of
definitely
that.
don't do that.
Yeah, they definitely
They
just
don't do
definitely. The truck comes in and there's a bag of grandma's old clothes after she passed away and her electronics equipment, and you just throw it up on the shelf and put a $10 sticker on it. It could be anything.
Allegedly, according to the story, this
I
thing
saw
had
a
been
Behringer 1204 mixer, the one I bought for $120 at a Goodwill for $8, and I was like, "Do I pull that trigger? Do I need that?" Really?
Someone like that mixer like recorded somebody dying. That's why it was only $8. It like paranormal activity.
Yeah, no, this thing made it through the process too, right? So it made it to it made it to one store and people were like, I don't know what the fuck it is, so they shipped it to another store. But like
They couldn't
know,
tell it was a weapon. It has a trigger.
they thought it was like a Nerf gun, dog. I don't know, like
If they thought it was a Nerf gun, they would have tested that shit out, and it would have ended very poorly.
A metal
Hey,
Nerf gun.
Mark, I'm gonna get you. Run away.
Got your ass.
Fuck.
That's again. You
Be
just
like,
walk
"Yo,
away.
damn, huh?"
Your name wasn't on that fucking grenade. That's another time to walk away with your Crown Royale, and you just leave to the bushes. Bye bye. Bye bye. That's terrifying. Is
That's awful.
that what a grenade? I don't even know what a grenade launcher looks like. Is that what it looks like?
Well, that one in the picture on the story is a rifle attachment. So you would then attach that to another gun. that
Oh,
shoots
it's one of
bullets.
those ones that
Okay.
you put in the gun, and then it goes. You put your little left bumper button, and you go.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a fucking
that's
trigger
the
on the
under
left
barrel
side.
grenade launcher is what that is.
There's a trigger. It's got a
Yeah,
trigger.
it has its own trigger.
Sheriff's office says the live round was a paintball grenade.
Even so, scary as fuck.
Still alive.
Who's this white chick?
And it was loaded.
Who just
Who's
watched?
this white
Who's
chick?
this white chick?
Obviously, Holly Gregory. Obviously. It said it right there.
But no, he was asking, who is this white? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Get on that.
I love that the most thing that the most that a whole Goodwill can be bothered with is just color coordinating the clothes. That's all they do. It just goes from like fucking light purples all the way down to denim, and that's it. That's all they do. Like, and you put something back, and someone walks over and like, take this out. You put the green and the yellows and fucking put this over here. Shit. Now I'm remembering something though. Speaking of unmoral pieces of shit, an ex of mine, I remember when we were like 16, we used to go to Goodwill. I went to Goodwill.
Was that what we were doing?
I went to
That's
Goodwill.
segue though.
This is a combination of your story about people who steal from a fucking self-checkout and the Goodwill story. I remember I was into this girl, and we were like, we're gonna go to this. Let's hang out. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna go to Goodwill, and we went to a Goodwill, and she pulled out of her
hang out at Goodwill.
She pulled out of her purse a stapler, and she was cutting the tags off of products that were worth $6 and putting a $4 sticker on it with a stapler.
$2. You
Like-
were doing it for $2.
Like there's no place in that you're gonna make a real profit off of. Like really, like what's the delta on any item in Goodwill? Like
Wow.
Your time is not worth that much.
I remember,
The
and I was
time-
like, and she was so proud of herself. She's like, "Hey, hold this," and I was like, "What?" She's like cutting the fucking tag off and stapling on a new tag, and I was like, and she put the because our Goodwill on every day, a different day was a different color that was half off because it meant that a week had passed. So like an orange tag 7 days later meant that that orange tag was now half off. So she would take an orange tag off of shit and put it onto another thing that just came in that was like something she wanted and get half off.
Oh,
and
so
shit
she
like that.
was moving tags. She was taking tags off.
She was fucking popping tags. Like she was
No.
fucking.
Your that amount of time and effort is worth
She had
way
the,
more than
she
the
had
$2.
paraphernalia. She had the bring it from your purse stapler, the fucking extra tags, the fucking oh my god. I remember this just popped in my head as this all happened. I was like,
Imagine
Came with her
being the
own
employee
utility
in there.
belt for this, dog.
and I was
She had
I was
she had a
sitting over
fucking
there and I'm
belt
like, and-
designed for like, all right, here's a new tag, and I put that one on, and I take this one off, and I put that one.
my
All
shitty
right.
my shitty
New dress
15
for
my
tonight.
shitty 15-year-old self was still like, how am I gonna make out this girl? Like, how am I gonna make this happen?
Like, imagine being the
I'll
employee.
I'll
Like,
steal for you, babe.
you just hear
You gotta know.
chunk, chunk. What the fuck? What?
Is someone stapling out there?
Derek. Chunk.
The employees are just like this because it's a Goodwill. She's doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put her photo up on the near the check thieves section. No, Goodwill.
At
takes
least
cash.
she puts new tags on stuff. At least that. Unlike the homeless lady that just rips them all off.
I thought you were gonna say she kept like all of the colors of the labels in her purse and wrote new labels and just stuck them on.
No, because
No.
they were
She was
all
moving
printed.
tags.
They were all printed. So yeah, they have like
Oh, yeah.
$5 print from a fucking gun.
And because she was dating Curly, she couldn't own a printer, so she couldn't print her own. So
No, I mean like I'm gonna definitely remove myself here from the martyr section and realize that now I'm realizing that when all of my
That you were
friends
doing it too.
no worse. So when the
Worse.
before our family fun center down here in San Diego, El Cajon, it was originally called Bullwinkles. It was a Rocky and Bullwinkle themed arcade. It had a whole theme park. It was very much like it had miniature golf, and it had like small rides and like the bumper boats, and it had also a bunch of arcade shit. And they would do $10 Tuesdays, where you could come in there and you could pay $10 and you could play any of the arcade games for free the whole day as long as you paid the $10 for the bracelet. They started off with paper bracelets. Their mistake.
Oh.
Every day, every week on Tuesday was a different color, so that you couldn't rewear the bracelet. I would have a scouter friend go and check what color they had, and then I use
recon.
my color bubble jet Canon printer to print out a slew of whatever color bracelets using Photoshop 2 or whatever the fuck I had at the time, and then we cut them out in the parking lot and glue them onto our wrists, and it was great. It forced them to upgrade to those very like
Little plasticky ones.
plasticky dare bracelets that they had, right? Like, but yeah, no, we did that for months and months and months, and just fucking played DDR for free for a long time. It's good times. I was an asshole.
I mean, I would chastise you, but you were getting DDR out of it. So
no, that's not how morals work.
that's where my moral flexibility is. Apparently, you were just
More
burning
wrong
your
lessons.
calories. Yeah.
So
As long as you can get DDR out of it, you could kill a guy. It's
Yeah, if
fine.
you got some fucking super hyper Euro beat,
So
As long as you
if the
do
French
max
doctor
300 on
left
heavy, you're good to
if the
go.
French doctor left compresses in a woman because he was on his way to DDR and he was going to miss his DDR session, would it be
well,
okay?
look, if there's a bracket, you have to respect the bracket.
All right. I want to move on to games. We're doing games. I'm done. I'm done with news. News can suck it for this whole experience. Hey, you're supposed to play.
It's game time
Hell yeah!
with Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
Y'all want the easy one or the other one?
Don't start that shit. Just start, dude. Because every time you say that dumb shit, like, you're like, that was the easy one. We got a fucking question, right? Fucking. I love you, dude.
Hashtag has got one.
No, brother, what's up?
I will pour more liquor now, just on that salt. Oh,
Making a margarita with that salt.
just nope. That lid's on. Okay, we're gonna get there together, guys. Your first game was gonna be all movie based.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, basically it's called movie sandwich. Every answer is a movie title that is a 3-word movie title. Articles count, so the definitely counts.
I hope they're older movies because I haven't seen a movie in like.
I'm going to give you the
4
year the
years.
movie came out, and then the 2 outside words of the movie title. And
This one's gonna be difficult because usually it's just like, what's the word, and I know a lot of words, so usually the games are pretty quick.
Okay.
No, this is good. This is good. This is good.
So yeah. Every answer is 3 words. 2 of them I'm giving you, and one of them
Oh, so,
So
it is. What's
just
the
guess
word?
one word.
I was trying to
Fred
explain
Scott
that.
is in the back.
So I'm going to give you a year and then the 2 outside words of the 3-word movie title. You fill in the middle one, but also just respond as the actual movie title, which is the 3 words. Or you know what? Fucking just give me the middle one if you want. I don't care. I don't really care. I don't care. The first one, for instance, is a 1999 movie, Deep Sea.
Nikon.
Nikon.
Deep Blue Sea.
That is correct, sir.
Okay, can you say blank? I heard deep. I was like,
Okay, I will say blank from now on. Okay.
That's good.
They
No,
didn't do
was
that
gonna-
on
That's what you're
NPR.
doing, Curly.
They didn't do that on
That's what
NPR.
you're doing.
Puzzle guru Kyle Kraska might not. I don't know.
Is this a hint for the next question?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. He does this, and then he's like, "Yo, you didn't understand the fucking question. I just read the whole question. Actually, this is the question here."
I haven't started. I was just talking.
You-
The next
make
clue
joke.
is 2017.
Goodwill Hunting. Oh, okay.
2017. The blank sick.
Bryce,
Bryce.
the big sick.
That is correct, sir. Bum ba bum 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 ba dun.
Kaz and I are like, we haven't seen shit.
If you're confused at all, the chat is now on emote only mode, so you guys can't spoil it for people. But don't worry, Bryce has got them all.
Oh my god.
The next movie is 2017, The Blank Baby.
Bryce,
Bryce,
the boss baby.
that is correct.
I was going for Big Baby. is
You
what
could
I
have.
was
You could have been close. You never know.
I forgot there was a the in the title.
Yeah, those.
I thought
are
it was
the-
just boss baby.
Speaking of 1999, once again, The Blank
wheelhouse.
Giant.
Nikon.
Right.
Nikon,
Iron Giant.
the Iron Giant is correct. 2014, everybody. Big Blank 6.
Bryce,
Bryce.
Big Hero 6.
Yes, it's
Ah,
indeed
okay.
correct. It's in the middle with you. Cass is gonna get one. 1998. The Blank Show.
Bryce,
Bryce.
the Truman Show.
That is The Truman Show.
God damn it.
Starring Jim Carrey. Timothy
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey. 2011's Crazy Blank Love.
Nikon.
Nikon.
Crazy Stupid Love.
All I could think of was Beyonce's Crazy in Love, which would have been
The first thing that came to my head was Punch Drunk Love, and I was like, that is not the right first word.
2005, The Blank Gardener.
Kaz,
Kaz.
the Mexican gardener.
That's incorrect. 2005.
What the fuck? Oh, 2005 too, huh, Kaz?
2005. Bush was president.
Yeah, no.
Could have been. Could have been.
It was just open season. If you had brown skin, it just as anybody.
I mean, maybe somewhere that film came out, but not 2005.
Not in this timeline.
What would that story be about? I mean,
a Mexican gardener.
I mean, it seems redundant. I mean,
Well, name is
Jesus
Javier.
Christ, Curly, come on now. Come on now.
It would have been about El Chapo.
I pulled you in so much. I pulled you in.
You got me. You snared me.
Does anybody else want to go for this 2005 The Gardener movie?
No,
I don't.
I didn't know this one either. The Constant Gardener is apparently
Oh,
a
I
movie.
actually have heard of that.
Never heard of it in my life. Seems like a weird thing to be for constantly.
Wasn't that up for like an Oscar nod or something?
All of these are like the
Probably,
most
sounds
popular movies, though.
Okay.
In actuality, this actually was half of a game that they kind of ran out of time for on NPR, and I filled in the rest of it with more popular movies. So a lot of this was actually written by me. Your next one, 1996. Take it back a couple years. The Blank Garden. Nikon.
Secret Garden.
Yes, indeed.
Also, Puck's got my back.
But when did that come out?
And did it
That
have
came out
the?
in 2005. We give Cass the point.
No, he said 96.
He wrote a movie. No, the movie's titled A Better Life. About a Mexican gardener. Okay, so that doesn't work as titles. God damn it.
And it was also 2011.
God damn it. Killing me inside. 1996 once again, everyone. Remember where you were at playing Nintendo 64, listening to Donkey Kong rap.
Dog, I was getting bitches.
Your clue was I'm like money. The Blank Professor. Bryce.
Nikon.
The nutty.
The nutty
Get that
professor.
nut.
2014, The Blank Movie. Come on, guys. Nikon.
The Goofy movie.
Close. 2014.
2014.
Bryce.
The Lego movie.
That's it right there.
Oh, I was not paying attention to the date at all.
This is why I give the date. It's very important.
I assumed it was 96 again.
Goofy movie, you guys.
I mean, really, the amount of things you could pick for the movie like is gonna be a lot. So, but yeah, no, Goof Troop came out when I was a babes. 1994, The Blank Redemption.
Bryce. That's Shawshank Redemption.
There it is. It's almost too easy when I say blank. I don't like it. I just wanted to say the redemption. And it just confuses people. 2008, The Blank Knight.
Oh, Bryce. The Dark Knight.
Literally threw that I went up for Kaz to win and still didn't get it. All right, it's Bryce's. Yeah.
Dog, fuck this game, bro.
This one has no reason why Kaz should not get it. 1997. Kaz, literally.
Kaz.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just
All right,
go.
say your
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
No,
or The Nightmare
that's-
Before Christmas.
You know that there's 3 words, right? You know the whole concept of the game.
I'm
is that
still
the
gonna let
titles are
Kaz
3
vote
words.
on this one. Okay, 1997. Good Blank Hunting.
Nikon.
Wow, Nikon. His microphone lit up before you because he made noise from his nose, and he still is buzz in. He said literally Goodwill Hunting earlier for no reason. At the start of the quiz, he's like Goodwill Hunting, and I was like, oh, can't wait till that one comes up. He's gonna get it.
Kaz is dead. it, dude.
Damn it.
Let's keep going.
1998, your final question in this category. Saving blank Ryan.
I
Yes.
Nikon.
Saving Private Ryan.
Save It Private Ryan. Starring the same person who was in the previous movie, Matt Damon, who's also in a movie now about being a big guy, gets turned into a little guy. Matt
Called
Damon.
The Big Guy.
Ant-Man.
Big little guy.
All right,
Call
your
Matt
next
So rich.
quiz.
Why not?
It's called Mo.
Just Mo?
Sure, because I forgot to actually read the full title of it. I think it was something like Mo questions, Mo problems. But basically, every answer begins with MO. Okay.
Mo Farah.
Sure.
Baraka.
Sure.
Mo's a fat piece of shit.
Any more things you want to
Monique.
say that might actually be answers to the questions later?
Oh, sorry.
According to the CDC, the Zika virus is spread primarily by what insect?
Right.
Kaz.
I heard Bryce.
Mosquito.
Mosquitoes, indeed. Well done.
Mosquito.
This term is used to describe either a person of great wealth and power or a bump in a ski run. Don't get confused by the second part. The first part really describes it just fine. Person of great wealth.
Rice?
Bryce? Question mark.
Money bags?
Nope.
Kaz.
Kaz.
The Monopoly Man.
Nope. Or if you ski, I guess. Apparently the ski part is fine. Time's up. A mogul.
Oh,
Oh.
that's good. That works on both.
I don't know the ski shit.
A mogul is a slight, all right, whatever.
Slight bump in a ski run.
Slight incline in a hill.
Never
Fuck
heard
off,
it
dog.
used for that.
This
It's
title
called a
is of
slight
a,
incline.
this is the title of one of this is the title of the 2016 Disney film means ocean in Hawaiian and
Kaz.
Kaz.
Alicia.
Oh,
Sorry.
No, not it.
my god.
Mohana.
I know what it is.
Nope.
But
You said
Moesha's a-
Moesha, you
You
piece
said
of shit.
Moesha.
You threw your point away, Kaz. You threw it in the trash.
Like Moesha's career.
Whoa, bro.
Is she
That's
still around?
Brandy's brother, dude. Don't
Is she
talk about
still-
her like that. Her fucking brother will fucking see you, dude.
It's Moana. Move on.
Moana.
Why is Moesha brought up in the show like more than anything else in the entire world? Like we bring up Moesha and fucking like and Martin.
I don't know, dude. It's
Martin. He's
My aunt.
I love that fucking show. All right. Oh god, blurry words. Maputo. Maputo
Is that the answer?
is the largest and capital city of what East African country?
Kaz.
Kaz.
Mozambique.
Boom.
Kaz got one. Where's the
Yeah.
hype in chat? Where's the
Well
hype in chat?
done. Well done.
I mean, that's,
Congratulations.
I
was gonna say
got
just-
emote only.
I was gonna
They
say
can't,
focus on the whole East African country. Like I was just gonna.
dabbing over there, dog. What the fuck?
The first thing that came to my head was Monaco.
Oh, okay.
A little
Well.
bit of Monaco in my.
Because that's like northwestern, I think, which is completely wrong.
Speaking of, in what
Isn't
country would you find Casablanca and Marrakesh? Marrakesh.
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 Bryce.
Bryce.
Morocco.
Morocco. Just trying to throw everyone off.
Morocco the mole or Morocco the place?
Morocco does sound a
Mole.
lot like Monaco.
I wanted him to get it wrong with saying Monaco.
Also, I think that's the word I meant. Was Morocco, not Monaco. I'm
I was gonna
pretty
say Monaco
sure.
is near the Mediterranean, I believe.
Yeah, no, I was thinking. I'm an idiot.
I didn't
Move
know.
on.
I didn't know where the Super Bowl was today, so fucking I don't know any idea.
It's on the television.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were like, yeah,
So-
it's happening here live in Minneapolis, and Curly's like, which team is that?
So that was my issue, and Kaz knew immediately where my flub was, which was that I assumed that it was in one of the two players' cities,
Yeah.
and it's apparently not. So I also I should probably be aware of where the Eagles and or the Patriots are from. But when they said they were in Minneapolis, and I was like, oh, so which team is that team? there's just layers of non-knowledge in my head.
Yeah, that's not quite.
Like, I could have known 3 different facts and solved my own
It's
problem.
not like it's the Philadelphia Patriots and the the
Minneapolis.
Imagine being like the stadium, like the city stadium, and just like finding out that your team wins, and it's gonna be like that's not really. They said it ahead of time.
Kaz, please.
I just assumed. I was like, all the games are played either home or away. This has got to be the same. Like,
It's not a crazy idea. It's not crazy.
Yeah, but it's just a dumb for a person who doesn't know anything about, who also, which is weird, is JVZ points out all the time, is that being a person who plays the fantasy stuff with everyone, like, I have a nerd level that I get into in depths, so I know a lot about random shit about football. So for the layman watching us talk, there's times where I sound like I know what I'm talking about, and then there are times where I obviously don't. And it's like, ugh. All right. Born in Yazan Bay, what artist was nominated for a Grammy for his rap album, The Ecstatic?
Oh,
Kaz. Most Def.
That's it.
Oh.
Look at you.
I was honestly about to say Mo Farah.
What?
It was also there was a moment where I was gonna say Moesha again. It's the best answer, dude.
What CBS sitcom stars Allison Janney as Bonnie?
Oh, that's one of those new ones.
It's very much on every advertisement I've seen all day today.
Oh, Bryce?
Bryce.
Mom?
Yeah.
It's called Mom.
It's called Mom. I have no idea what it's about.
It's Allison Janney's a mom.
Apparently it's Allison Janney as a person named Bonnie.
Allison Janney, dude.
No idea. Apparently a comedian.
No, she's from The West Wing. You remember?
Oh yeah, well, I saw
CJ?
it.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me now.
Oh, you didn't say West Wing earlier. You got me. What deep-voiced actor won an Academy Award for his role in $1 Million Baby? Deep voice actor.
There's a lot of those, dude.
Any deep voice actor that starts with Mo.
Oh.
Mo Rocca?
Moesha.
Monique.
$1 Million Baby.
I didn't see what he done.
I only saw $1 Million Baby once.
His
like,
role.
when it came out.
Deep voice actor. Time's up. Morgan Freeman.
Oh, fuck.
The deep voice actor.
He is in everything.
The only deep voice
The only
actor.
person I could think of, legitimately, the only person I could think of was fucking Clint Eastwood, and I'm like, it can't be. It's not. It can't.
Because his
I
name
think
has
I-
no
Edward
MO in it.
James Almost.
Edward James almost.
Almost. Almost.
Please. At the beginning. Oh, Christ. What classic American novel begins with the line, "Call me Ishmael"?
Bryce.
Kaz,
Bryce.
Moby Dick.
Oh, Bryce.
Bryce had his name first. But
Kaz got it, but Bryce got the point.
We can share.
Come on, bro.
Capable of accommodating over 1 million worshippers, or over 1 million worshippers, indeed.
Nikon, Muhammad.
Nikon's out. A
Muhammad
capable,
is MU.
capable of accommodating over 1 million worshippers, Masjid al-Haram in Mecca is the world's largest what?
Bryce.
Bryce.
Kaz.
It's a mosque.
It is a mosque.
That's a long way to go to get
I
to
mean,
mosque.
Yeah,
Look,
that was
he
a
doesn't
really
know,
long
dude.
way the Moz.
I am not Puzzle Guru from NPR. Okay, this is
Fine.
final question.
He's been
What?
drinking, bro.
I can't stop when I breathe in. What comedian and former talk show host won the
Kaz.
Academy Award for
Montel
best?
Williams.
Good try. What comedian and former talk show host won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Precious?
Right.
Kaz, Montel Williams.
Bryce.
Monique.
Oh,
Moesha.
Doug, it should have been Montel Williams.
Impressive.
It should have been
Precious.
Moesha.
In her novel, My Sapphire. That's the end of games, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. You can now be off of timeouts, chat.
Which
more
one was
emote
supposed
mode.
to be the easy one?
The Mo one was supposed to be the easy one because it gave you most of the damn thing. Not to mention the other one was really easy anyways because it gave you two
Yeah,
of the
I know
fucking
the
words.
other one gave you 2 of 3 words.
It was the idea that I knew that the majority of you guys, and I want to say Nikon and Kaz just don't know movies really. Like, I just assumed it would be hard. Like,
Fuck a movie, dog.
Monique was in Moesha, full circle.
yay! That being said, we are going to move on to E-Badoos.
Time for some cocktail-infused communications.
dkgWELP.
Email.
Now!
Looks like my most recent email is that my Coinbase portfolio has fallen hard on bad times. Looks like Bitcoin is... No, actually, it's up. It's actually up pretty good. Anyways, yeah, there's no emails at all. No one sent a single email because no one does that. So,
God damn it.
I forgot to say anything anyway. So, we have one email that I didn't answer from last year, January 21st. Fanakari wrote in to the DKG cons,
Have fun.
and it says, "Don't fuck Kaz. He doesn't need that."
Too late.
She's also running a free version of Avast according to her email. I don't know why that's a signature in her email, but just so you know, Fanakari, your email is spamming that out at the end of every email. So maybe take that care of.
Wait,
that,
don't what? Whatever. Never mind.
Don't fuck
Moving
Kaz.
on.
I think we were in the middle of discussing stuff that was you getting bangarang to Rufio. Oh, that is a long thing. Talked to Skirley about the Han Solo movie. At DKGTV. Yeah, no. Whatever. We did it, guys. This is a podcast. Thank you guys for being here. I don't know if you guys are working on anything crazy. What's going on in your lives? What do you want to share? Bryce
has a new stream set up. I don't know why we didn't talk about this more.
It's amazing.
I have a new background. It's very cool. The tapestry is still here, by the way. It is still. I moved the computer like 180. I'm working on a new thing, and it's way too early to announce now. But if you like my music, and if you think I might be a good
It's
writer,
a one-man show where Bryce performs. all
Which
of
you
his
do.
music.
You all like his music. Otherwise, you're not friends here.
you should follow me on Twitter at Brycas, BRYCAS, because I think I don't know when I'll announce it because I only just started on it like last week, but it's something really cool, and I'm really excited about it in a way that I haven't been excited for something in like 3+ years. So
Oh, that makes me so excited. I'm so happy. That's fun.
very hype.
Yes,
Thank
I would love more music in the world from you.
Yeah.
I also kind of want that thing behind you that says "Welp" to be a modem or a router.
Oh no, it is. I got that at a TJ Maxx. There was no one stopping me, so I just took it.
Oh,
It's like a light up.
that's your right. It's part of the Constitution.
That's right. It's like a light up whiteboard, but it's too bright for this camera. So if I turn it on, you can't read what's written on it. So I put a string light around it.
I like it. It looks sweet, and I appreciate the Welp on it. You should never change it. Ever and ever. But yeah, Nikon, where can kids find you at besides
You can find
sitting on
me
the sidelines
Twitter
watching
at
LCS?
TheLordNikon, even though I don't tweet all that much recently, but that might change. But I'm mostly found in the Discord fucking playing bullshit games with Kaz.
Or us. We'll be playing a ton of more games now that multiplayer, not multiplayer, now that Visual Novel Month is over.
Like unless you're playing CS or League.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I don't know, that's a lie. He doesn't even play CS.
We're playing spin tires on Monday,
sometimes
okay?
play CS.
Spin tires on Monday. We're spinning them
Is
tires.
that a racing game?
No, it's
Do I need to get my wheel?
No,
driving
it's
cars in the mud.
It's a mud driving exploration game.
Is it a Ubisoft game? Because if it is, fuck that shit, dude. All right, fucking
I think it's an NVIDIA
let's play the
game.
crew.
trials all over again, dude.
Kaz, let's hit up the crew.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm that Doug. Drive across country in
Isn't
different
that
cars. Like,
Ubisoft?
But at least you'll be
It
around.
is.
I mean, we're going to be doing way more, 7 Days to Die and all that shit. So
like I own 3 fucking Ubisoft games that have to launch through that fuck ass launcher, right? One is Trials, doesn't fucking want to ever open. Takes 12 years and a prayer from Jesus. Fucking Wildlands,
But it's worth it.
actually opens, right? Wildlands actually opens. You click the button, it opens. And fucking Rainbow Six, which opens and it's cool. But then as soon as I'm like, hey friend, would you like to play Rainbow Six? And they're like, yeah, I would like to play Rainbow Six. It goes, no, you can't. No. And I'm like, okay, Ubisoft. So I write a fucking letter to the guys at Ubisoft. You know what they do? Don't fucking respond to me.
I feel like you have more games that go through that.
Ubisoft, if you'd like to ever sponsor the show, we'll be here with you.
Fix my shit. Let me play Rainbow Six with my boys, bruh. I want to get out there, fucking anti-terrorisms and shit, dog. I want to stop them all. I'll stop all the terrorisms. This has been a
Yes.
great show. I love you all.
Didn't you
Thank
say you had like
Respect.
Black Flag and stuff like that? Aren't those Ubisoft?
That's all. Those are on the PlayStation though. So
Oh, okay.
like,
All right.
You're not playing on a real console, okay.
That's all that needed to be said, everybody. It's the end of the show, and we're gonna go and do other things because we're done. You can't talk because your microphone ducks. Say it now.
No, that's fine.
See you guys next week. Also throughout the week. I love you. Rate, comment, subscribe. We'll one day get up past 15 comments on the iTunes. Have a great evening, everybody. Podcast. DKG Podcast. Oh, God, how do I stop it? Oh, God.